Hey, I'm pretty excited. I just talked about my jerk sauce that we have coming out for the holidays because we normally do our jerk turkeys, but we're not doing turkeys this year. So we're gonna have our jerk sauce and we're gonna continually show you videos on how to use it. So I'm pretty excited because my hubby's here to show you first video on how to jerk the chicken. When he's not doing real estate, guess what he's doing? Cooking. And he's using the jerk sauce and he's making some fantastic meals on the grill and even in our oven. So check us out, check out this video and learn how you can use our sauce. Here how we go.
Why, thank you, darling. Appreciate it, much appreciated. She's been killing me down to make videos on how to use the jerk marinade that we make from scratch. This is a recipe that actually goes back to when we used to cater and we had the restaurant, and people's always been asking us, hey, when are you gonna have more sauce? When are you gonna have more marinade? And procrastination, and just got busy. Got the whole real estate going on. Liddy Real Estate Group, check it out. Had to throw that plug in there. But this video isn't about real estate. This is about me. I'm gonna be jerking some chicken, some whole chicken, and the goal is not tonight, but on another video, we'll put it together. We'll go from how to clean the chicken, how to season it properly using marinade, how I like to prep. So I usually let the meat or the chicken sit for a couple of days, and then maybe I'll do a video at the tail end of this, adding it on, showing you how I actually cook it. But let's start with, we got some chicken today, some whole chicken, and it's dirty. I've been to places and I've seen them take poultry right out the box with the blood and the water, season it, and cook it. And the theory behind that is they feel like once it gets to 165 degrees, it's clean. I'm old school. My family's from the islands. My wife's Jamaican. We don't get down like this. We clean our meat before we cook it. All right? The 165, that's an added. But we try to clean it as best as possible. So I got a pan full of chicken here. I'm gonna switch the camera so you can get a good shot at this. Got a pan full of chicken here, and what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna put on my glove first. Yeah, do that. Put on my gloves. This chicken came straight out the box, so it's not really frozen. But once I get the water on there and the vinegar, which I like to use, we should be good to go. And as you can see, still has some feathers in certain parts of the actual chicken. And it's gonna be interesting. But let me take you on this journey so you can see what's going on here, all right? Before I actually clean it, I'm going to break the back and cut the back out, the backbone. I like when I jerk the chicken, I like for it to be cut completely, well, for the most part in half. So I cut the back out and I open it up like a fillet, and we go from there. All right, so what we're gonna do now is, before I clean it, I'm actually gonna cut off what I don't wanna use and get rid of some of the feathers. After I finish that, I'm going to put it all back in the pan and clean what I am going to use. So if you want to pull the camera around to the cutting board, I'll show you exactly what I'm going to do with these chickens right here. All right, so what I like to do is put the chicken on the breast, spread it out. This is the back of the chicken. A lot of West Indian people, island people, they don't throw away any parts of the chicken. So they normally cut the back out and they make maybe soup or something like that. But I'm not gonna be using that part of the chicken in the video. So I'm just gonna cut the backbone out of the whole chicken here. Just like that, all right? So the back is out. And now basically what I'm left with is the legs, thighs, breast, and wings. Turn it over. If there's any part that I don't like, I'm gonna cut off. Like, you got some sagging parts down here, cut that off. Same thing on this side. I'm a big believer. I got a lot of licks growing up from my mom when I was cooking, telling me I gotta clean meat. So any extra fat, I'm also gonna remove it this time. Like all of this white stuff, that's fat. Use a smaller knife to get up in there. All right. All right, so you get the gist of pretty much what I'm doing to clean the, well, not clean, but prep the chicken to be cleaned. All right, so that's pretty much where I want it. I'm also going to open up the skin part from the breast so that when I marinate it, the marinade will have full contact under the skin to get that flavor on the actual meat. All right, you got some fat up in here. I'm gonna take that off as well. So you see a lot goes into cooking. We pride ourselves in food tasting the right way. So it's not something that you can put together in a matter of minutes. This is done. So I'm just gonna do the same thing to the rest of the chickens. And when I'm done, I'm going to actually clean it with some vinegar and hot water. All right, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, Edwin Liddy. So I've cut the whole chickens up. Well, I didn't cut them up. I cut the back out, and that allows me to open the chicken up almost like a butterfly. And I'm all done with that. Made a mess here, but I'll clean that up. So now what I'm gonna do, I've taken off most of the fat. I left the skin. The skin is important because it helps keep the seasoning and the marinade on the actual meat, which means it gets closer to the bone. I like to get the marinade in there. I'll show you all that in a second, but pretty much this is like the end product. But I want to show you how I clean it now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, we got my vinegar. All right. So I've got a whole bunch of vinegar in here. I'm gonna let this sit. I'm gonna put a little bit of hot water. And I'm gonna completely cover the chicken. And I don't know if you can see like little parts that you don't want on the chicken coming off. So the vinegar and the water, whoa, it's starting to do like a deep clean. This is what almost every restaurant doesn't do. But we're not at a restaurant, just kind of showing you how we marinate our jerk chicken. All right, so I'm gonna let that sit. And yeah, you can actually see in the water the unwanted parts coming off the chicken, coming off the inside. And I'll kind of move it around, like giving it a bath, right? And I'll probably let this sit for maybe 5 minutes or so. And then I will dump it out, and then I will rinse it again with hot water. All right? And after I do that, we'll be ready to start seasoning. All right, so we're back. I cleaned the chicken, the vinegar, the water, hot water, about 5 minutes. We rinsed it. We're good to go. I'm happy with the results. Now don't get me wrong. When I say I clean the chicken, you can still get salmonella poison if you're not careful. So make sure you wear gloves when you're seasoning, and when you're touching the chicken, and then you go to touch the faucet or something like that. Beware, because you can transfer germs. So be careful. So I got a new pair of gloves that I'm gonna put on. I threw the old ones out, and we're ready to go. But I'm gonna leave my right glove off because I'm gonna use that to pour. So before I do the marinade, which has everything I need in it, I like a little extra something. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put some salt and pepper on here and some paprika. Then when I'm done, I'm gonna put this in the actual 2-gallon bags that we use. We put the chicken in there and then we pour the marinade and we kind of let it do what it do. You know, just marinate for 24 hours, 48 hours. The longer the better. The longer you let it marinate, the tastier the meat will be. All right, so here we go. I got some Mediterranean sea salt, some good stuff. I'm just gonna go ahead and really get it on there. I should have told you I have 6 whole chickens in here that are all cut up. So by the time you put this on the grill and then you cut them up again, chop them up, I mean, this can easily feed, this is black pepper. This can easily feed maybe 15 people. If they're real hungry and they greedy, okay, maybe 10. And if it's my family, 5 of us, 4 of us. But anyway, so some salt, some black pepper, get it in there. Don't be afraid. Look, man, if you're gonna season, right? I mean, I've seen people season food and it's like, let me just put a dash of pepper. Nah, you gotta season your food. Paprika. All right, now, before I put this glove on, I'm going to hold the rim and mix it up. Check it out. All right, here we go. I'm just gonna mix it up. You see, as I turn, you don't see seasoning anymore, right? So you just wanna keep kind of flipping it. You wanna try to spread the love. Get that marinade, get that mix that you put on there. The marinade's not on there yet, but you wanna get that mix all over the chicken. If you want it to taste good, it should look good. That's my theory. That's something that I use. If I don't see seasoning, I just assume like this, there's no seasoning on there, I assume that it have no taste. All right, that looks good. So guess what I'm gonna do right now? I'm gonna put some more black pepper. Now, you don't have to do this, all right? You can skip this step and just use the jerk marinade in the next step that I'm gonna show you. I do this just for added flavor. All right, I like a punch. I like that flavor to just come out and hit hard, you know? So, some paprika on here. There we go. It smells good. I'm using the smoked paprika. Gives it some added flavor. All right, I'm happy with it. It looks good. Now, I'm not putting anything else on it other than the marinade. Please understand, the marinade that I'm gonna put on there has everything in it, including what I just put on there. I'm just putting this on as the base. This is gonna be first, I'm gonna put the marinade on it, and it's going to compact the taste. But the marinade, you're talking about fresh ginger, fresh thyme, pimento, I just realized I'm giving you all the ingredients. Let me stop. Let's just say it's full of good, all natural stuff, made from scratch, and it's not cheap to make. So use it sparingly, but don't be afraid to use it. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take this chicken and I'm gonna divide it, portion it out into 2 bags. I'm gonna put 3 whole chickens in each bag. I'm gonna pour the marinade in the bag and really massage it into the meat. All right, check it out. All right, so I kind of cheated. I got started, I already marinated 1 bag, but I'm gonna take the marinade and pour it into this bag, some of it. And the key for me is this. I personally don't like to see any white meat. So when I marinate, I like to make sure the seasoning is completely in and all over whatever it is that I'm marinating. So for example, you can see the white chicken right here. That tells me that this is not marinated. It's not gonna marinate good. This side, you can't see anything. It's just marinate, 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 marinate. Right? So, let's go ahead and massage this and get it going. And while I'm massaging, I'll call my wife to come and expound upon. Because I'm at the tail end of the video, at least this part of the video. Space.
Well, thank y'all so much for tuning in and checking out how to use our jerk marinade. It's gonna make your food taste amazing. A lot of people ask us what's a jerk. It's a Jamaican term for the seasoning that we use in a combination of spices that makes your food taste amazing. It's indigenous to Jamaica. That's what a jerk is. It's just a name for the sauce, all right? It can do many things. And again, like I said, we're gonna have plenty of videos showing you the amazing things you can do with this jerk season. It's not just for grilling. You can make tacos. You can make several things. We're gonna have several videos for you to see. So continue checking out our Recipe Me page and share with your friends. All right? Thank y'all for tuning in.
Peace.